So let's start. This is our first practical fluid mechanics laboratory. So I am introduce myself. And next, second one, the examination scheme and course objective of this fluid mechanics laboratory. It is 2 hours per week. We are conducted the fluid mechanics practicals, and the total examination marks are 25 marks for this our laboratory. And this is a CA means continuous assessment. It's nothing but it is totally analysis of your performance on your practical laboratory sessions. Okay. The next is the course objective. What is meant by course objective? Course objective is nothing after we completing all the practicals, you should be able to some the first course objective to demonstrate an ability to measure the discharge and losses in pipe flow. Means after the completion of our practical, you will be know to how to demonstrate an ability to measure the discharge and losses in pipe flow. This is our first objective. Then second objective of our is to demonstrate an ability to verify the stability of floating bodies, the Bernoulli's theorem. Okay, this Bernoulli's theorem and floating body we are studying in our theory lectures. This for this floating body, the first experiment we are conducting in our fluid mechanics laboratory. This is nothing but the metacentric height. And for the Bernoulli's equation, we perform the Bernoulli's equation. I think you know the Bernoulli's equation is E by rho g v square by 2g plus z is the Bernoulli's equation. The next objective is to demonstrate the measurement of fluid measure pressure in pipe flow and in open channel flow. This is the third objective of our fluid mechanics laboratory. Means you have to measure the pipe pressure of fluid in the pipe. And fourth one is the demonstrate an ability to determine the flow of parameters in open channel flow. Okay, means in our open channel experimental studies, we are learn this course objective to determine the flow parameters, which types of flow are we identify from our Reynolds number and also open channel experimental setup. Okay, I think this is a small. Uh, I think this is the course objective of our laboratory. Okay. Next one is uh, next one is uh, a total experiment. There are 10 experiments in our laboratory session. So I shortly introduce one by one. The first one is a determination of metacentric height of floating body. This is our first experiment. So in this, as I said, the for your metacentric height, we are studying in theory lecture the buoyancy concept, and these concepts will be are using this experiment. Okay, so for this experiment, you have to know about the Archimedes principles and metacentric heights formulas, and it's some empirical formula also. So the next one is the verification of Bernoulli's theorem. This Bernoulli's theorem we also study in our kinematics fluid mechanics. So how to get this Bernoulli's equation? We are studying in our class theory. From this equation, how to use this equation and check this equation uh, in our practical session. The Bernoulli's equation is a P by rho g plus V square upon 2g plus z. This is the Bernoulli's equation. The first parameter of the P by rho g is nothing but the pressure head of the cross section of particular pipe or channel. And the second parameter V square upon 2g. This is nothing but the velocity head of the pipe or the uh, pipe or cross sectional of the something wear or stop. Then last one is the Z. Z is nothing but the datum of the that channel or pipes. Means I think this datum will be you will be here in our survey also. So the datum is nothing but the reference point which are taking the actual RL of this our section. Okay. So third one is the determination of coefficient of discharge of wedge meter and orifice meter. In this practical, we are actual discharge and theoretical discharge calculated, and by this actual and theoretical discharge, we find out the coefficient of discharge of the wedge meter and also orifice meter. This empirical formula uh, we are seeing in our practical session. Okay. The fourth one is a measurement of discharge using mouthpiece. Here we measuring the discharge from our mouthpiece experiments. The next one is a study of factor affecting the coefficient of friction. There are the I think everyone knows the pipes. Okay, we are daily in your daily life we are seeing the various pipes or materials. Okay, like PVC materials, like iron metal. In our home, I think most of the PVC material are used, but if you seen in at the past 10 years that are mostly use the iron pipes. Okay, so in these pipes of course various losses. That's the I'm shortly introduced about the first one is a minor losses and second one is a major losses. Okay, the major losses are is actually the friction loss is occurs in our pipes. So this parameters is considered in major loss, and other is a I think in six number experiment we study of expansion, sudden contraction, elbow, bend. These types of losses are minor losses. Okay, in our major losses, what we study, the first we various types of different types of material, different type of material pipes, and then we calculate the their different their friction losses. For this friction losses, we are uh, calculated from the Darcy-Weisbach equation, which are we are studying in our theory session. But and our theory session, we are also this equation or the theorem we are study, and it's uh, how to prove, and the application also theoretically study. But here in our practical session, we directly this use this equation and measure the actual losses in our pipes. Okay, the as I told in okay, sixth experiment is a minor losses. So the sudden expansion, sudden contraction, elbow, bend, slope, these are various minor losses. Because of these various minor losses are occurs in pipe sections. So at least two minor losses we will be calculating in our practical session. Okay, the next one is the next practical is practical number 7, determination of chasing and Manning constant. Okay, in experiment number 7, here with Chases and Manning are also study in our theory session. And at actual, what is mean by Chases and Manning constant? The Chases is nothing but the roughness of roughness coefficient of the surface of the open channel section. Like we know that the various types of open channel like trapezoidal open channel, rectangular open channel, and triangular. That's for the constructive. Everyone should I think everyone should know the canal. If you see the section of the canal is a trapezoidal like, and the which material is used for the construction for canal? Most of the concrete are used, or sometimes rubber machinery used, or sometimes steel will be also used in for short spans rectangular channel. We are steel used. These are the different material are with their different roughness coefficient. So here we find out the coefficient here we find out the roughness coefficient. By using this roughness coefficient, how to affect this flow. We are studying this changing and Manning constant. Okay, the next one is the practical number 8, the calibration of notches and wears. Calibration is nothing but to we are the checking the actual reading, and we are the identify or check with the theoretical reading and calculate these two reading from an actual coefficient of discharge we are finding from the calibration of notches and wears. Notches are various types of notches in our fluid mechanical studies. There are the rectangular notches, triangular notches, trapezoidal notches. These are the notches are we are studying in our calibration of notches, and also we are wears calibration of wear are performing. So ogee shape wear, the trapezoidal wear, these types of wear we are studying in our practical session. For this no, wear practical wear in our practical laboratory, I will show the image of this apparatus. The tilting flume are here are placed in our fluid mechanics laboratory, and it is a 10-meter long. It is a huge setup in our laboratory. Um, so I'm told to all the student, if when our college will be start regularly, so please visit to our laboratory and see about this setup, because it is a quite interesting to study of various, because to you. Okay. The last experiment is a study of impact object. We are the in this experiment we are the study the various properties of water. If you uh, I think everyone should use water in day-to-day life. So when we use the basin, when we open the wall of the basin, and the water will become, and when it contact with the surface, it's spilled. So these properties of jetting we are studying practical number 9. The next practical is the visualization of laminar and turbulent flow of using Reynolds numbers, and here we use the Reynolds apparatus to find out the which type of flow we will be identifying for this particular uh, range of the Reynolds numbers. Okay, this is very interesting. Reynolds number is showing the actually which type of to it is a used for to identifying the flow. The way various flow are, I think we are study in our fluid mechanics. That's steady flow, unsteady flow, laminar flow, non-laminar flow, turbulent flow. These types of flow are we are generally study in our. So to identify in our practical session how to identify which type of flow. So Reynolds number is denoted the types of the flow. Suppose if the Reynolds number is below than 2000, this flow is called as laminar flow, and if the Reynolds number is more than 4000, this flow is called as a turbulent flow. And if the Reynolds number is between 2000 to 3000, this number is called as a transit flow. This flow is called as transit flow. I hope so. You are everyone will be know about this all 10 practicals, and the list of this practical we are at least 8 practicals are compulsory to our laboratory session. So, but we are taking almost all this practical in try to cover this all practicals in our laboratory session. Practicals. So next, okay. This is our fluid mechanics laboratory layout plan, and when we this is this is the entrance point of our laboratory. I will show something image also. Uh, when we enter in our laboratory, this is a 15, 17, 10, 16, 3, 4, 5. This number are actually shows these uh, actual actual position of the apparatus, of actual place of the apparatus in our laboratory. So first one is showing the tilting flume, 10-meter tilting flume. Okay, hydraulic tilting flume. The second is a drainage trench. This drainage trench are here. So next, the flow through pipes apparatus. The third number is flow through pipes apparatus. Then Bernoulli's, then Reynolds apparatus. This number are showing the which is exactly placed in our laboratory of our this apparatus. Okay, is showing the actual position of the actual position in our laboratory session laboratory, these equipments. Okay, then Reynolds number, flow through pipes and apparatus, orifice and mouthpiece, water losses assembly, and minor minor losses assembly, water tank, metacentric height, centrifugal pump, Pelton wheel, cabin, hydrostatic pressure testing, scaling swarm apparatus, electric analogy, and apparatus. These all our setups are placed in our laboratory with this numbering. So we can just imagine which place, where we place which apparatus. So this is the short introduction of our laboratory plan. Now we are seeing some images. This is our civil engineering department. I'm just add because of this is our first lecture, and you know about our department. So this is our civil engineering department, and this is our fluid mechanics laboratory. I think you are feel college, and this is our student and student sitting arrangement in our mechanics lab. This is our tilting fume apparatus. Hope you seen everyone this picture. Is it visible to all? Okay. Okay. Yes. So this is the flu. This is the first apparatus, tilting film. What I am saying about 10-meter tilting. This is huge apparatus. Uh, this is the 10-meter tilting film. This is the measuring tank. This is the hydraulic bench which will use for the tilting in vertical direction and upward, vertical in upward and downward direction. We will tilt in upward and vertical direction. The next one is the metacentric. This is our first experiment in our uh, this is the first experiment in our uh, sorry, in our experimental list. This is the first experiment, metacentric height. To measure the metacentric height, this is the setup of the metacentric. This is the measuring tank. This is the ship, and the ship with the angular scale, and this horizontal uh, horizontal arrangement for to add this weight on the ship. And this is the scale to measure the actual height of the water in this measuring tank. The next one is the Bernoulli's apparatus. This is a Bernoulli apparatus. This is our, I'm starting from here. This is the motor. This is the main tank. This is measuring tank, and this is the sub tanks to regulate the flow in our piezometric tube. And this is the switch. And here, this part is a this wall is called as inlet wall of measuring, and this is the outlet wall of the measuring. And here we also seen this another pipe, and this is a for uh, regulating the velocity of water in pipe to for the overflow. Okay, to avoid the overflows. That's why this arrangement are here placed in this pumps. Okay. Next is a Reynolds number apparatus. This is our Reynolds number apparatus. Okay, this is the measuring tank, and this is the main tank. This is same. The most almost same of the some of the instrument are instrument setups are same. Tanks in and every experiment we are the seeing the measuring tanks. Oh, okay. The next one is this is the setup of the Venturi. This glass. I think everyone to see, this is the glass. In this glass we are the seeing the venturimeter, and this road in red portion, uh, this is the orifice meter. And this for taking the reading we are placed here manometer. This is the YouTube differential manometer, and this is the measuring tank, and this is the main tank of the venturimeter. Okay, and this is the another setup. It's also called as hydraulic bench because various experiment we are performing. That's why this experimental setup is called as hydraulic bench. Here we also perform the uh, various types of notches. Okay, the rectangular notches we are placing here and calculate the calibration of the notches. Okay, so this is the next one is the mm, to for major losses apparatus, and here we perform the major losses experiments, and to calculate the major loss in our pipe section. Here the three different material used in pipes, and this is the tubes are showing this is a piezometer tube attached with this piezometer, and we are taking here in readings of the water level. The next one, okay, this shape, this is the actually venturimeter. Okay, in our laboratory there are two hydraulic bench. So we are seeing, I'm capturing these two images to see the in this picture we are clearly show this hydraulic sorry uh, venturimeter. If you see this venturimeter, this portion is, or this cross section is more as compared to this middle portion. Means here are something sudden here the here are something sudden contraction occurs in this region, and after that if we see this next portion, this is sudden expansion. So that's why here we study the actual discharge in that particular region and here, and we calculate the CD. So coefficient of discharge for the venturimeter. Also this another part. Okay. Just a minute. There is something problem. Okay. This part is the orifice meter, and this your YouTube differential manometer with a scale of in our centimeter and also mm. So we can measure these readings note down from the here. Okay, this is the hydraulic bench. Also, I am told. This next one is also the hydraulic bench system 2. Here we also perform the various types of notch and calibrating here also. Okay. Okay. So I think this is all the apparatus. I am taking the picture to visualize you and to feel the our laboratory session very interesting. So I am showing some picture to you, and I hope you are clear about